Hello, it's Emma from Body Love HQ here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you don't know me, I'm a Body Love expert and coach. And today is a Body Love TV episode. So I wanted to talk you through why or how body image issues are costing you and what you're losing because of them. And it's things like money, it's things like confidence, and it can be things like your health. And it's not just you. It's the next generation. It's your daughters or nieces or goddaughters or granddaughters. It's your friends' kids. Women are losing out because of body image issues. So I just wanted to sort of talk through how that's happening. So you might be watching this on Instagram. If you are, give me a double tap and a love. Or if you watch this on Facebook, give me a love heart as well. Maybe follow my page. You might be watching this on YouTube, so you might want to subscribe because I'll do hopefully a weekly episode of Body Love TV, teaching you more and more about body love and why it's important or how to love your body. Okay, so there was some studies done in 2016 by Dove about body image issues and how they are affecting women and girls. And they interviewed over 10,000 women and girls from the age of 15 up around the world, and really shocking the statistics, because they did a research study, I think in 2006 as well. So this one was done 10 years later. And it does seem that our body image issues are worsening. And I understand that because obviously we have so much social media and so much to compare ourselves to. But I was also hopeful that because there's more talk about body positivity and more talk about body acceptance and all that sort of stuff, that maybe things had improved. But no, I was wrong. So in Australia, only 20% of women are happy with their bodies. And firstly, that's a sad statistic really, because, you know, I know that there's varying levels of health and that type of thing, but if you're alive, at least your body's functioning enough to keep you alive. And our bodies do amazing things for us every single day, like breathe, beat our hearts, digest our food, help us to see if we have vision, help us to, hear music or whatever if we have our ability to hear. So it's quite sad that we get so hung up on the way we look that we're not happy with our bodies, and 80% of women out there are not happy with their bodies. So how does that actually affect the way the world works? How does that affect you? What is it costing you? So 79% of women and 80% of girls, 89% of women and 80% of girls are holding themselves back from life-engaging activities because they are worried about the way they look. So life-engaging activities can be things like catching up with friends or family, or for women it might be not going to a job interview or not asking for a pay rise. It might mean not trying for a new relationship or putting up with a bad relationship. So there's lots and lots of ways that it will affect you. And for women, I just want to put this out there, right? So the average Australian salary in Australia is $85,000 a year. And the average pay rise is 3% a year. And if you go and get a job elsewhere, the average pay rise is 20%. So if women aren't going for job interviews, getting new jobs, or asking for pay rises, they're missing out on actual money, right? So it's not just all the airy-fairy floaty stuff, it's money, it's dollars that women are missing out on because of the way they feel about their bodies. So $85,000 a year, if that's 3%, and you don't go for a job, a pay increase for 3%, then that's up to $25,000 in 10 years that you're missing out on. So what would you do with $25,000? That's quite incredible, isn't it? For our girls, that means that they might not go for the job in the first place. They might not apply to uni. They might not do those things that will get them higher paying jobs. So it's really, really, really important that we eradicate these feelings of inadequacy around the way we look. Another statistic from this study showed that 9 in 10 women and 7 in 10 girls will stop themselves from eating because they don't feel good about themselves, or in other ways hold themselves back from health practices. So what that might mean is they don't go to the doctor when they're not feeling well. So that's 9 out of 10 women and 7 out of 10 girls. So it's costing us our health, right? Some women are not looking after themselves, not going to the doctor when they're unwell because they're worried that the doctor's going to body shame them. So this can really cost women by them not actually seeking help when they need it. And I have heard anecdotal stories of women who, have gotten cancer and stuff and not been able to get cured because they haven't been to the doctor in time because they were worried about their bodies. Another really important reason for women to learn to love the body they have and to not feel, feel bad about themselves when it comes to their bodies. The last statistic I wanted to share was that 5 in 10 women and 7 in 10 girls will actually not be assertive in a decision they've made or change their mind because they don't feel confident about themselves because of the way they look. And again, what does this mean? Well, for women, they're not standing up for themselves in the workplace. They're not sticking to their decisions. So then they come across as all airy-fairy and they don't get given pay rises or promotions at work. And for girls, it could mean things like they're, doing things that they don't want to do with their friends or their boyfriends or whatever because they're not sticking up for themselves because they don't feel confident because of their body shape. So these are just 3 sets of statistics I wanted to share to show you what having low body image is costing us. And it's not just women, it's definitely our girls as well. So over on my Facebook page, I'll put a link to this later on when I share this post. I've just announced a new mother-daughter or, auntie-niece or granddaughter, grandmother, granddaughter, whatever you want to say, like an adult and a teenager thing. So that a program, it's a 4-week program, so that both mother and daughter, or older person and younger person, can learn the same stuff. They can learn about why diet culture is bullshit. They can learn about how their body is totally amazing, exactly how it is, no matter what it looks like. And plus they can learn a lot of the techniques that I teach in my Body Love method so that they can learn stress reduction things. They can learn self-care. They can learn how to put themselves first. They can learn how to stand up for themselves in the workplace or with their friends. And so it's a 4-week program that's going to run through the month of July. And it is a pilot program. I haven't run it before, but I'll be taking on 10 families of, mothers and daughters or however that works for the 4 weeks. And, it will really help to change both the way mum works in life, but also how her daughter works. And the two of them will be able to keep each other accountable and also, go through something like this together, which will be a massively beautiful bonding experience. So I'll put a link to that later on in the comments so that you can have a look and maybe you and your daughter or you and your niece or someone can be part of this pilot program. So shocking, scary statistics, but there's things we can do to change that just by strengthening our self-esteem, our self-worth, and our feelings about ourselves regardless of our bodies. So thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up or a love heart, and I look forward to speaking to you soon, and make sure you look out for that link to join the pilot program. I'll see you later.